Meanwhile, in a blow to gay rights, the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled in favor of a Colorado web designer who does not want to make websites for same-sex weddings. Natalie Brand has the latest from outside the Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court Friday sided with web designer Lori Smith, who sued Colorado, saying the state's anti-discrimination law violated her right to free speech and religious freedom. She did not want to create websites for same-sex weddings.
Nobody should be forced to create a message that goes against his or her convictions.
In a 6-3 decision, Justice Neil Gorsuch wrote for the majority, saying the First Amendment envisions the United States as a rich and complex place where all persons are free to think and speak as they wish, not as the government demands. In the dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote, for the first time in its history, the court grants a business open to the public a constitutional right to refuse to serve members of a protected class. CBS News legal analyst Jessica Levinson.
And so one can imagine that many sellers will say, well, part of my good or service is expression, and it violates my genuinely held beliefs to have to serve you.
Gay rights advocates note this ruling by the new conservative majority Supreme Court comes 8 years after the High Court ruled in favor of marriage equality.
8 years later now, here we are being legally discriminated against because of who we are marrying. Who's to say that down the line there aren't going to be signs in storefronts that says we don't serve gays or we don't serve the LGBTQ community?
Critics of the Supreme Court's decision worry it could open the door to discrimination against other groups based on race or religion. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.